It's not that I've been away for quite a long time. Um, Sokoto is always home to me. I had my secondary school in Sokoto, exactly in Farfaru. And in the course of my work, I've been in Sokoto for a long time, as well as we have relatives, friends, all in Sokoto. And while I'm the managing director of Kaduna Electric, I think I've visited Sokoto over 6, 7 times. So it's something that is home that you always want to be home. But other than that, I've been coming home, Sokoto, and even during the recruitment exercise, one of the centers for recruitment is in Sokoto, at Memataba Machido Secondary School, and even the induction course was also held in Sokoto for the new recruitment that we had middle of last year. So it's quite challenging, and then especially with the new task of managing 4 states, that is Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, and Kaduna, for the distribution of electricity.
Well, stating your franchise, particularly Sokoto State, where you come from, recently, there were reports that for them it's a deliberate attempt by Kaduna Electric to deny them adequate supply. What is the true situation?
Well, I think that's the perception, but as I said earlier on, Sokoto and Kebbi, in the past is one state. So even though I was born in Kebbi, but I know that I'm also Sokoto, in terms of spirit, in terms of relationship that I have with friends, and in terms of the school that I have attended. There's nothing that we can do, that will cause hardship to people of Sokoto, being that I still have my root there. Secondly, the perception of electricity distribution in Sokoto, I think it was not properly placed by maybe the people that talking about that Sokoto is being denied supply. The structure of electricity supply in Nigeria there's 3 basic structure. The first one, there's generation, there's transmission, and there is distribution. So we, Kaduna Electric, we were only responsible for local distribution of power within Sokoto. But the way the electricity flows is when the generating company generate, and the generating company can only generate if they have gas or if there is sufficient water in Kanji. So everybody knew that in recent times we had a lot of pipeline vandalization by Niger Delta Avengers, which federal government is tackling at the moment. So almost 80 to 90% of the bulk of electricity generated in the country comes from gas, and this gas comes from Niger Delta. So when this power is generated, it comes through transmission line 330 kV. So there are major transmission stations in our own franchise. We have one in Birnin Kebbi and we have one in Kaduna. So the one in Kaduna is responsible for Kaduna up to Kano and others, and then we have the big one that gets the source of power from Kanji and is in Birnin Kebbi. So the Birnin Kebbi transmission is responsible for supply of power to even Niger Republic, in Kebbi and also Sokoto. So the 132 line that emanates from Birnin Kebbi goes directly to Sokoto. to Kalambaina in particular. So the 132 line is still responsibility of transmission company. Transmission company is still under the hands of federal government, and they are responsible for the distribution or for sharing of electricity, which is managed by National Control Center. So the bulk of power that goes to Sokoto is actually being distributed or being shared from National Control Center, and is being carried through a line of 132 line which belongs to transmission company. So we as a distribution company, we don't have control over what comes to Sokoto, because the 132 line goes directly to Kalambaina in Sokoto. It's from 33 kV line that is our responsibility. So, and if we don't have supply on 33 kV, there is no way we can share it. And if 132 doesn't have enough supply, there's no way they can share it. So that is how the structure is. So the question of, denying Sokoto, in as much as I'm from that region, it is something that is out of my control. But we are making so much effort to ensure that even the sharing formula, is properly being addressed at the top level, that is from the National Control Center. I'm working together with Atiku Tambuwal, which is also from Sokoto State. I think it's the DMD in transmission, to ensure that that region has enough allocation if it is available. In recent times, we collaborate to ensure that the 60 MVA transformer in Kalambaina has been activated or is being commissioned. Through the NIPP and also part of our own project, we are able to position about 15, between 12 to 15 substations within Sokoto to ensure that if the supply is available, it can be properly distributed. So the major challenge is the national issue, because the power at the moment is not actually at the threshold that we really need. Because when we had 5,000 megawatt, we were complaining that the power is insufficient. But at the moment, it is just in the region of 2,000 megawatt. So, and the way this power is being shared, for example, our own zone, which covers Kaduna State, Zamfara State, Sokoto State, and Kebbi State, we only have 8%. So if the country generates 2,000 megawatts, it's only 8% of that 2,000 megawatt we are going to get, which essentially maybe is less than 180 megawatt. But even at that, we don't even get the 8%, because sometimes we have just 90 megawatt, 80 megawatt, 150. So 80 megawatt, even Sokoto State alone, can consume that much power. Kebbi State alone can consume that, talk less of Kaduna, and other states. So the power allocation, the power generated is not sufficient generally. And then we as a distribution company, we do not have control over the sharing of this power. But what we have control over is the 33 kV line, and 11 kV line, which goes to substation and houses. So it's a big challenge to everybody. So in terms of perception, yes, we can understand people, lack of understanding how this power is being shared, they can make such statements. So it's a statement that can be forgiven. But the reality is that there's no way that we can deny Sokoto getting power that it deserves. We are even making additional effort to ensure that we have additional power in Sokoto.
What's the importance, how the